Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And good evening, cyberspace. Welcome to Squatch-D TV for today's date, July 13th, 2025. I'm your host, your guide, the Squatch Detective, Steve Kulls, along with my co-host, Mr. Chris Bennett.
Steve, what's going on, man? July is halfway over. It seems like we just got here. Oh, man.
So how are you, Chris?
Well, a little rainy today, and I hate it when it rains because everything gets. Well, I've become a weatherman because I can forecast rain from my arthritis. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Hope that wasn't me. I just heard a big boom in my ear.
I have no idea. I didn't hear it.
Okay, well, maybe I'm working with a new microphone tonight, guys, so bear with me.
Chris and I have the same mics now.
There might be some technical difficulties through the show, but we'll see. I think everything's going to work out okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have a problem.
Usually it's plug and play. I like that. But
no more of that Logitech software either.
no, that was a pain. Yeah. And you can mess up. You choose which broadcast style you want to use, and then a lot of times when you sign into the show or something, that would change. I'd have to go back and redo all that. But it's kind of dark in there tonight on you, bud.
Yeah, hang on a second. I was lighter a second ago. Give me a minute. I'm having technical difficulties here myself.
Well, if it's not the microphone, it's the lighting. But this week, hopefully, folks, you guys won't have to hear me static and popping and stuff. And it was really loud in these headphones. I went back and watched a replay on one of the shows, and I could hear just a little crunching, popping, whatever. But man, in these, it's like listening to a waterfall. But that's over, thank goodness. I finally ordered a decent microphone, and I hope it's working. And Jay said that sounds great. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, bud. Oh man. And Steve. Oh, there you go. There you are.
That's right.
I see your chair has got lights on it too.
Sure does.
So, how has Mr. Kulls been doing?
Oh my goodness, I'll tell you. Been a very stressful couple of weeks. Good weeks, but
yep.
You ever see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Oh yeah.
And you're like, just how long? How many? Just give me a mind. I see it, but I don't know how far it is.
Yeah.
Well, now I know exactly how far it is, and it isn't very far away at all.
That's great.
So that's the beauty of it all.
Good news. That's right.
So it did kind of relieve a lot of stress of me.
Mm.
So for the next 10 days, I have I don't give up attitude.
Yeah, well, this last week has been a little stressful, so you've been busy, and that's why we've not been doing our weekly or during the weekday shows. But we'll get back to that once everything straight.
Yeah. Things have when you deal with so much stress, it affects your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
For the last 48 hours now, I've been wide awake, sleeping here and there, because now I'm not sleeping because I'm stoked.
Good.
So you know how that ends up going, but things are finally coming together, and
About time.
about time. About time. That's all I got to say about it. But anyway, before we do the roll call tonight, I just want to say we have one hell of a show tonight. This is going to be a warning to anybody on Facebook. And I know a lot of our YouTubers are on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I want to warn you about a particular group. I'm still part of that group. I do not expect them to see this video. They do not follow the Bigfoot. The administrators, I am sure, don't follow the Bigfoot mystery other than to harvest stories, perhaps.
Right. Yeah.
And if you're wondering, I am celebrating a little bit tonight with a little complimentary bourbon.
Oh, okay.
Because the wife came home and said, "Here."
Well, that was nice of her. I'll stick to iced tea, instant iced tea.
Well, I got my chaser here. I got my Diet Pepsi. But this should serve as a warning to folks.
Yeah.
So if you're on this Facebook group, get the hell out of it. And I'm going to explain why in a few minutes. But first, let's do the shameless plugs, and then let's get on to the roll call. Of course, everybody knows books on. So we're going to be starting our lecture circuit real soon. Less than a month away to Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival, and followed up by the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Camping Adventure, and then we move on to the Whitehall Sasquatch Festival and the New York Bigfoot Conference. So there's 4 great events that I will be at. I'm not traveling too much this year, just down to Ohio.
Right.
That's going to change next year. But here we are. So, hey, there's the books on Amazon. Here's the events and appearances that we will be on. Of course, I got a note. That's the #1 Bigfoot blog as listed by feedspot.com. So that's kind of cool.
Thank you, Feedspot. Appreciate that.
And so we yes, Grant, we will have a picture menu for you for the dinner.
So we got Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival coming up, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Camping Adventure, Whitehall Sasquatch Festival. That's going to be a good one.
That's always it.
And the New York Bigfoot Conference.
And these are all great events. I mean, these are the New York Bigfoot Conference is a new one, but it's shaping up to be a great event. So, you know, it's always great to be involved with these events. The first 3 I'm very familiar with. New York Bigfoot Conference, I'm not talking. I'm just going to have a table there and be selling books and talking to people on a one-on-one level. But all the other 3, I'm going to be speaking at. So it should be a great series, and it'd be nice to have some time off from work too. Yeah. So.
Well, that'll be nice. I mean, you can do like a meet the author thing, you know. That's always cool.
Yeah, meet the troublemaker. Of course, this Friday night, I do not know. I have not seen it yet, but supposedly one of my episodes of The Truth Is Out There did roll on Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. You know, Truth Is Out There with Tony Harris on the History Channel, as well as a whole new Small Town Monsters documentary featured me a lot and Mike Ann a lot. You could check that over on the Small Town Monsters.
Very cool.
The Small Town Monsters feed. Great episode. I babble a lot, of course. I was so amped that day. I was so amped on caffeine because I'd worked till 3:30 and I didn't get home till 3:30 in the morning the day before from work. And I had to get up at 6. So I was working on 2 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah.
About 3 or 4 energy drinks in. And people wondered why I was just so I was so chatty and so rambling. And that was the reason why. It was because I was so amped on energy drinks.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Sounded like a caffeinated game show host.
Yeah, it's pretty rough when you have one of those days where you hit the bed and it seems like you get up on the other side and then out the door you go. It can be that's a little rough on you, bud.
Hey, and hey, Professor Kevin Harder says I generally put all my festival and convention energies into old time music events. Believe it or not, getting out there and talking to people who have witnessed the creatures and wanting to share their experiences is probably one of the coolest things you can ever do. That you never know. I mean, I go away at these things with 10 new stories every single time I go to one of these things. So, very nice. But let's do the roll call for tonight, Chris, and then we'll get on to our general show here. So first in today was Grant Rasha.
Wow, 4 hours and 45 minutes until the show. Grant, you got in here early. I hope you're still in here.
Grant, God, I hope Grant has a life other than this show. Relic Common, and he'll be checking us out tomorrow. Pat Collins checking in from sweltering Washington County. That is the truth. That's why I'm in the dark today. I don't want the heavy lights on me and bring this room up to 90 degrees.
Right.
The good news is by the end of next month, I would hope that we would have central air finally installed into the home. So that's exciting news. Sharon, good to see you. Sharon Grasshopper, what's going on? Walter Kroll, how you doing? Karen Fisher, Sandra Piper, Ristel, what's going on?
Sandra, hey Ristel.
So now we're going to move a little bit. Boris Kahn, who says bippity boppity boo. Traveling with Jim. Jim, good to see you tonight.
Hey, Jim.
We did say Ristel. J. Carey, how are you? Managed to remember it like
Jim.
Jen, what's going on, Jen? And
hey,
I know
Jim.
Nikki is out there listening on her ride home. Hello, Nikki. Good to see you. Kathy Zabrowski, good to see you.
Kathy.
Sandwich Savant. Love that name. What's going on? Who else? We got Ron Meldrum. Ron, good to see you. We did say Walter Kroll. Professor Harder, good to see you, sir.
Kevin, good to see you. Wow. There was Jim. Yeah, I'm lost again.
Outback Orchard. Hello, good to see you, my
Outback.
friend. The Susie Monster. What's happening? Texas Jack. Hello, sir. Blake Burrows.
Jack.
What's going on?
Susie.
Jeff D. Smith. Hello, Jeff D. Good to see you back again.
Jeff D.
And Blake, he says, chopped liver over here. No, we got you.
Blake Burrows. Hey, Blake.
So tonight I want to talk about everybody about this particular group, the Bigfoot Sightings and Encounters group. And it is a scam site. And that's huge. So people who belong to this Facebook group, you innocuously join a Facebook group because as a sense of community, as a sense of learning new things about the topic and perhaps discussing them.
Right.
And you join this group, one of them, 167,000 members strong, which is sad.
That's a lot of people. That's a big group.
Not quite sure here's my interesting thing about that. I'm not sure if that number is legit.
Probably not.
Oh no. Sandwich Savant says Facebook hoaxers are always good for laughs. These are good for laughs, true, but there is a devious, and I do mean devious side to this.
Coming up, yeah.
You're going to see it. Wait till you see it. So you innocuously join. You want to learn more about the Bigfoot events. And here's this public group, which is 160K members strong. You're like, wow, this is a big group. This got to be some good information.
Yeah.
So you join this group.
Yeah.
And automatically you're inundated with a guy by the name of Stefan Mick, which I look at that name and one of the, I'm going to hold on to that for a second. But remind me, Chris, later on to talk about names.
Okay.
Names and particular people. So Stefan Mick writes, one day, last couple of weeks ago, saying, "I'm speechless. I never believed until now." And he's got a picture of I don't know what.
Well, I'm speechless too because I see a red circle in the middle of some woods. Do you see anything in there in the red circle? I don't see anything.
It's typical foliage.
Okay.
Well,
usually when you have a red circle, there's at least some kind of blobby thing there that you can look at. I don't see anything there. I just see
Bat Mom says, "How do you get that members? I had to buy 94 of my subscribers. The other 6 of my kids." Jim, Sanjay, Nikki. My daughter has thousands of subs. Yeah, no doubt. And we're going to get into that. So Stefan then posts this one. I captured this photo 7 weeks ago. Well, wait a minute. Wait. Didn't you just say that now you weren't a believer until now?
That's right.
But you took this photo 7 weeks ago?
Yes.
And I do have a feeling that this may actually be a screen cap from the Mississippi skunk ape video. But I'm not sure. It looks awfully familiar to me. Then we move on to this one, who says, "So my mom is in an Alaska cruise and took this picture."
Okay.
What is and as I said to Chris, and pardon my French, what is the fucking boat in the sky? That is not from an angle of being on a cruise, folks. That is a picture from a helicopter, another elevation on land.
It's pretty high up. Yeah. No, normally boats aren't above mountains.
Boats are usually at sea level or about thereof.
Yeah, I would think. This is, wow.
It's a little bit disconcerting, wouldn't you say?
Ooh.
So,
what are we looking at there inside the white circle, supposedly? I mean,
yeah, did we, we went gone from red to white. Because it's white hot.
Yeah, Jen said it looks like a plane window.
Very well could be, yeah. A plane window, a drone, a helicopter, a hot air balloon for crying out loud.
I mean,
anything but a cruise ship.
Look at the size of those trees. I mean, boy, they must have really great eyesight. My eyesight is not near good enough to pick out a Bigfoot from the middle of those trees.
Beware of going plaid.
Oh boy.
So there we have those. So
those are nice.
I automatically pointed out, and believe it or not, they actually approved my comments, which I was actually quite surprised. So I was like, what? This is obviously, and then I actually exposed this guy on the network, and they posted it too, which I was shocked. This is a scam site. Why are they posting my stuff? But as you will see, this is still a scam site. So this is the administrator of the site, somebody by the name of Kendra Smith. Yes, Kendra Smith. With, of course, these hoaxed pictures from a couple of different sources, all trying to claim they're all from one. Yada yada, long post, just trying to generate some sort of thing. So I found that quite interesting. Now, let's take a look at Stefan. You take a look at Stefan Mick's profile.
Oh.
And what you find out is he's actually impersonating, at least the pictures are, Justin Osmond, who is the brother of Donnie and Marie. If you can't tell by those teeth.
Oh, man, he just took the Justin Osmond's direct picture, same exact picture.
So
that's not very nice.
No, well, that's what scammers do. And all you have to do, there's a process to do that, and I will explain that to everybody post slideshow.
There's Roy. Roy showed up a little bit late.
Hey, Roy Longley, good to see you.
Better late than never.
Grasshopper's here too.
Oh yeah, see Grasshopper.
And the Bat Mom. The Bat Mom showed up as well. Hello, Tessa.
Bat Mom.
So we have this, and this is okay. So all right, this kind of explains this hoaxer, and I outed him. Hey, listen, this guy's even got a fake profile. Blah 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 blah. So we do not see many more posts after that from Stefan Mick.
Yeah.
But then we do see posts like that from the administrator. So one of the moderators was this guy, Bal Hussein, which I thought was kind of odd for a name for somebody in a Bigfoot group because, let's face it, the Middle East, India do not talk very much about Bigfoot.
Yeah. Bal Hussein.
Yeah. But Bal Hussein. But guess what? Do a research on the moderator. The moderator is an impersonator too. He's actually impersonating a Bollywood, aka Indian movie industry actor and director, Zial Haq Polish, and using the exact same picture. And there's some other profile pictures on his profile of Polish.
Yeah.
Right. Sandwich Savant says, looks like a typical Bigfooter.
So these guys are just stealing people's identities, or photos, and they're making up a new identity.
It's what scammers do.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is showing some really interesting diatribes. But here is one of the top contributors to the channel, Abir Ahmed. Again, another weird, strange name.
Oh, Abir is a female name? No?
Right. But a beer, that's what I usually order in a bar. Yeah. Give me a beer. Yeah. All of a sudden, this girl shows up. We're like, all right.
Yeah. Melissa Ramirez.
Right. But in actuality, the real profile is Melissa Ramirez.
Yeah.
Right. And that picture is also on that particular profile as well.
I'll be dang.
Now here comes the big kicker. Although I was unable to find the exact picture, I did find another picture. And our Kendra Smith, the administrator of the channel, is actually the real person is named Monaco Schweiger, who is an Instagram and Pinterest influencer.
Huh. Well, is anybody real on this group? They're all
Not
fake.
at all.
They're all fake.
All fakes.
Ah.
And occasionally there's somebody real posting in there, posting their Bigfoot needs or their Bigfoot thoughts or their whatever. Right. And the comments definitely are from real people.
Yeah.
Right. But the posts are predominantly from fake accounts.
Right.
Including the administrator who has a fake account.
Grasshopper.
Yeah, right. I mean, same glasses, same hair, same face, same smile, same teeth.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're just lifting. And this is what your typical profile scammer is that as a matter of fact, if you search my name, Steve Kulls, on Facebook, you will come up with a profile of a Steve Kulls with a motorcycle as the profile picture. And they have never posted a single thing on that profile. And I have reported it to Facebook several times that I am the only Steve Kulls in the United States. You can look it up. I am the only Steve Kulls in the United States. And yet they tell me that they don't believe this person's being an imposter. Have they even talked to this person? Have they even checked to see if they're real? So sometimes Facebook really sucks when it comes to clarifying accounts. Now, if there's any kicker, all of these imposters have now been reported to Facebook for fake impersonation, for creating fake profiles. And the beautiful thing about it is, I have the links to all the pages that they belong to. So when I submit the report, well, here's, they're using profile pictures. Now,
Yeah, the question is, will Facebook ever do anything about it?
Hello, playing for real. And OT is in the house as well. OT, what's up? So whether they do something or not, because they're creating these phony names using other people's pictures.
Right.
Whether they, do something. So I just flagged it as, hey, this is a fake profile. They're impersonating this person. So whether they do something or not, I don't know. Which is unfortunate. And that's the problem with pictures are AI created. So when you have all of this, you must wonder, where are your safeguards? Your safeguards are shows like this, shows that will put out there what's fake and what's real. Of course, we're talking about the Bigfoot and Sightings group on Facebook, 167 quote unquote 1,000 members strong. So they have a long history of posting all this garbage. Now they have somebody new posting pictures for shirts and stuff like that. So is this a run for doing, drop ship marketing or whatever? There's a possibility of that, but that happens.
Yeah, what do you think they're doing, Steve? You think they're fishing? They're getting harvesting information, or what are they doing?
Well, there's a number of reasons why. And Batman asks, did you guys see how you can make these real photos on AI? Yeah. These are not real. These are not AI photos, though, Tessa. These are photos off of influencers. They steal them. The scammers don't have time to turn around and get on and try to make or pay for a good premium service to make these imposter pictures. They steal them. That's the easiest way they do them. I have been going after these scammers, these online hoaxers via 419 scams, romance scams, all kinds of other scams. I've been going after them since 2008. They're too lazy. They're not very tech savvy. So and most of them work in a call center where they that's another aspect of this. They work in a call center, or they work in what they do is they go to the internet cafe and they go in and they do this, and they don't have time to sit there and let me get on VO3 and make a video of me. Now they may use some of that to create a video chat in the more complicated ones. And that's usually after they've been advanced some money. So these are not cases of AI generated pictures. These are out and out. I'm going to steal your picture. And the reason why is I've found, all these pictures I've shown you just about on the internet under different names, under real names.
Right.
So that's how we know they're just stolen pictures. They're not AI generated. Now, some of the Bigfoot content, yes, AI generated. Absolutely.
Texas Jack says if Facebook ever crack down on fraud, dead bot scammers accounts and stuff, etc., they'd lose three-fourths of their user database.
Yes. Yes, they would.
Oh man. I rarely go in to sign into Facebook. Sandwich Savant says I haven't signed in for 15 years. That's so about like me.
That mom is asking, what's their motive? What's their do you think?
Yeah.
We are near done. No, we are not even near done yet. So one of the first rule is they may be doing some catfishing and romance scams. They're using fake profiles, using profiles of attractive men or women. Let's face it, none of these folks are ugly people.
Right.
My face. But they're stolen from influencers or legitimate social media users, right? All fits. The scammer sounds friendly or flirtatious DMs to members who engage with the Bigfoot-related posts or appear active. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Initial messages might be casual, commenting a shared interest, or complimenting a post to build rapport. So now they're a little add-on. Oh, that's a great post. Oh, thumbs up. Oh, big heart. Initial, once the connection is established, they try to shift. Eventually, they will shift that conversation towards emotional vulnerability. and claiming loneliness, hardship, or shared spiritual beliefs, often tied to the Bigfoot mysticism or the mystery itself. So that's one way they can do this. And you can see there'll be initial contact, emotional manipulation, then eventually money solicitation. There'll be an off-platform migration. And I'm going to tell you right now that a member of that particular group text messaged me today. Hey, what's your phone? What's your phone? Not even, hey, what's your phone number? What's your phone number?
Well, that's kind of odd.
And that member actually wrote a couple of days ago, sent a text message to everybody on their mailing list. Do not respond to any text. I've been hacked. So what is that telling you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so we're getting to
account, right.
We're getting to something else there.
Right.
And we're going to get that as the final, what I think is really going on there. I mean, this is huge. I mean, 167,000 members, probably maybe 1/3 of them are real people, maybe half, maybe even 2/3, but they're involved in perhaps a huge event here. And we're going to get into more of that. So another way is cryptocurrency and gift card scams. Right?
Wait a minute. That mom says, well, that's lame. They aren't like my boyfriend, who's the king of an African suburb. He loves me for me and sends me checks all the time. I just have to cash it and send him 80%. He's so generous.
Yeah. The advance fee fraud. Believe it or not, Tessa brings up a great point that one of my first private investigation cases, some 20 plus years ago, which just goes to show you, and again, not my first private investigation case, my first on my own private investigation case,
right,
circa 2003, involved a romance scam where the guy claimed to this poor lady that and she said she was engaged. Oh, I'm engaged to this guy, yada yada yada. As it turned out, he sends her a money order saying, listen, can you cash this and just send me half, because I'll need the other half. I'll need some of it when I get back, but keep a couple of thousand for yourself. But can you just set this into your bank and then wire me the money?
Oh.
Well, the money order was a fake money order.
Yeah.
And that's what got her in trouble. Got her, she lost money because of, bank charges or whatever.
Right. Thank
God she didn't send him the money. Otherwise she would have been really, in trouble.
Yeah.
I was able to prove that he was using, again, a stolen picture on Facebook, using a fake account, claiming to be blah blah blah, stuck in Africa. Yeah, all the bullshit. Why they can't? But one of the more egregious things is that he solicited her to give him some compromising photos.
Oh, yes.
Right. So there's a very evil side to this, that it could turn into a romance scam, into a blackmail scam.
Right.
Well, I'm going to send these pictures to all your friends and all your family and all your coworkers unless you give me X amount of dollars. And this has happened before too. And it was actually the cause of a couple of younger people to do some unfortunate stuff to themselves. And I'm trying to avoid the terminology that will get us flagged by the mighty censors of YouTube, because God forbid you say those words. Oh
man. Yeah, they take advantage of people. Pull at their heartstrings, try to get money. I hate that. And even though I only log into Facebook once every so often, a lot of times, my messenger, when I logged into Facebook, it's like full. and I'll look and I can see, you know, it's a scam. Every one of them.
I bet you can go into that Bigfoot group, and Grant says, I'm surprised they didn't ask anybody to go online and ask you to download AnyDesk or TeamViewer, because that's what they do a lot of times.
Yeah.
And they will manipulate your bet. But they usually do that when it is with a refund scam. Somebody, you know, and that's the scam where you say, oh, you've been charged X amount of dollars for this. You know, if there's any problem with this, please call Amazon support, Apple support, whoever, Microsoft support, whoever they're trying to mimic today, including Geek Squad. You call them up, they say, okay, we'll refund your money, and then they'll ask you, can you download TeamViewer or AnyDesk or anything like that? Can you call up your bank account? What they'll do is they'll spoof on your screen your bank account and act like they put money in, but they put in too much money. And then they require that person to go out and get them gift cards to repay them and read back the gift card numbers to them.
And that's not only available online. They'll call you on the phone and say they're from Amazon.
Oh,
they're going to refund you because you were overcharged on your iPhone purchase, which I guess, you know, a lot of people must buy iPhones through Amazon. But I've had one call me and they said, we need to refund a partial refund for your iPhone purchase that you made from Amazon. I'm like, no, I don't want any refund. My iPhone's fine.
And then, I mean, there's other scams too now, too.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Social Security scam. Your Social Security number has been suspended because it's been linked to drug activity in Texas, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I go, really? And then, So were you involved in any drug activity? Well, I didn't want to tell anybody, but I was. And they don't know what the fuck to say after that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So I tell you what, I'll have my friend Pablo come over there to India and.
Oh, man. But, you know, the scammers, it gets me.
And they're even, I mean, the scams are just tremendous. How about car warranty scams?
Yeah.
Right? Oh, hello. Yes, we were wondering what year is your car? You know, car warranty. I tell them a 56 Etzel. They slam the phone down right away.
Usually I'll say, like, I don't drive. Don't own a car. Why? Your car warranty is going to expire.
Yeah.
I don't have a car. What are you talking about? Really?
And now there's the most tremendous scam is calling the elderly, saying it's your grandson or grandchild, saying that they need bail money because they've been accused of a crime and they're in jail.
Yeah.
And there is some AI elements to that using their voice.
Oh, that's pretty sneaky.
Mick, Scammer Payback is a great channel.
Yeah.
I love Scammer Payback. I'm subscribed. I love Pierogi. I love Trilogy Media. If you've ever watched Trilogy Media, they are hysterical. I would not want to come face to face with Vlad anytime soon. And Trilogy Media has a couple of guys, and one of them is a guy who immigrated to the United States from Russia, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he hates the scammers, and he helps his partner there, and they do some really great work, and they actually go down and track down some of the money mules and stuff like that. Amazing work they do. Jim Browning, awesome as well. So it's good to see people that are in the loop with some of this scam stuff. I love it.
Oh, yeah. I watched one of those videos every now and then. It's pretty cool. This one guy's got this software that changes his voice to like an elderly woman.
Scammer Payback. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. He'll keep these guys on the line for hours.
Right. So really some great channels out there. I want to do a shout out to all of them. And I'm going to put that down in the description too. I'm going to do a shout out. Let them know we gave them a shout out. Check them all out. Trilogy Media, Scammer Payback, Pierogi's channel, if that's not Scammer Payback. There's Kit Boga is this, I believe this one of the channels too. Kit Boga, Scammer Payback, Trilogy Media, Jim Browning. all great stuff. Trilogy Media has also moved into going after some of those people that like the younger ones, if you know what I'm implying there too. Sort of what Chris Hansen was doing back years back. But they do it for different. They kind of embarrass them and give the information over to the police department. Yes, Pierogi is. That's what I thought. Pierogi was Scammer Payback. And Kitboga is another channel. Love Pierogi. Another one too is Pleasant Green. Pleasant Green is another great channel I follow as well. That talks about this. Of course, years ago, back in 2006, 2007, 2008, I belonged to called the scambaiter.org. And we would do scam baits via email because that was the predominant way of doing scam baits at the time. And we actually had a service through their scam baiting website that we could use to hack into what we would do is they would, using this website, they would force the scammer to give their email address and their password. And it would come up and you would go into their email and you would see all the people they were scamming and all the documents. So we would go in there and delete everything we could and destroy a lot of that and shoot off some warning letters to the people that, from their own email address saying, hey, listen, this is a scam. So
Mo says, I called Texas State Attorney's Office about the DMV scam and they put me on hold for like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's okay, Mo. I called Gamblers Anonymous. They gave me 2 to 1. I don't make it.
Yeah. Oh man.
So yeah, some really great channels out there.
But it's kind of frustrating that you would check into a Bigfoot Facebook group with 160 some thousand members and find everyone that's running that group is
using
fake.
a fake profile.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? The commonality amongst all of them, if you look at some of their profiles, like Kendra Smith's profile is locked down. You can't see it if you're not her friend.
Right.
But the other 3 cats have a lot of friends from India, Nigeria.
Right.
It's like the who's who of scamming countries that their friends are from.
Yeah.
Let's continue on. So this is what I really think that they're doing, and probably the biggest event is they're doing phishing and data harvesting. Offer to let you in on private research group, exclusive expeditions, or invite you to share a story in a Bigfoot book or podcast. But they're using that commonality link to gain information. And if you say something, now that's a Facebook profile I can look at. I can build upon using this Bigfoot thing. And that's very true, Batman. They are global. They don't discriminate. There are scammers that speak German. There are scammers that speak Scandinavian and the Scandinavian languages. There are French, Spanish, English. They scam the Australia, UK, United States, France, Canada, wherever they can scam somebody, they would do it. They are ruthless. No, 166 999,000 admins because I'm on there. So there's at least one real person there. And actually, there are some real people that are posting some real questions and real thoughts on there. And you can see that in the post, but it is so flooded with these garbage posts by the fakers. And now you have this one posting their t-shirts all the time. And could it be a segue too, just to sell product and merchandise legitimately or illegitimately? You may order these t-shirts from this group and never hear from or see from them.
That's probably the most likely thing. Some sort of scam. They're making money out of it.
And they what they do is they may be used for targeted scams later on. They see my profile talking. Now they're going to create a phony profile. They're going to go on my web, or they're going to go on my site. steal some of my pictures and create a spoof account. Either in my name or somebody else's name, as we see is the norm on this channel. Now all of a sudden you're going to see, Bob Pfaffenfuss making posts on another Bigfoot post, or perhaps even something else, Loch Ness paranormal, or even, hunting and fishing or whatever. And they're using my picture. So they find different ways to harvest data, harvest photos, harvest private information, or even public information. So the conclusions and implications of scam content, as you can see, the number of fake profiles, accounts used for manipulation and forum. There's a lot of social engineering, which is the pro Bigfoot content there to draw in all your people that believe in this. And there's a lack of moderation that you can see. There's obviously a fake post or a stupid post. And there was somebody in there actually saying, listen, we got to stop posting these fake stuff. Otherwise the admins are going to remove it. And then I commented right on there. I go, the admins are fake on this account too.
Yeah.
I have no problem. If they want to boot me, let them boot me. But the other thing I dare say too is now I've become a target. Hence, that's why I got a message like earlier today. What's your phone number? Who are you?
Yeah. Well, sometimes you get email scams, you get all kinds of stuff. It's just unbelievable how many different ways these guys try to come up with to milk you from your money. They want to milk money out of you. And a lot of it's really stupid. I don't see how it works with anybody. But one email thing, I got an email, it's been a while ago now, but a guy who's threatened to expose my name and address and phone number if I didn't send them some Bitcoin or something. And I'm like, I'm in the book.
Yeah. There was years ago, during the 2013 Dyer hoax, Muskie Allen Redmond, the gentleman who had multiple convictions on domestic violence, tried to threaten me and posted pictures of my address showing how I lived in the basement when actually my apartment was above the basement. Yeah. And that was just where the number was on the street, because the way the house sat, it almost sat like the first floor was on the second floor because of the hill that I was on. And, so since he was so willing to dox me, I decided to out his criminal records.
That was nice.
Grant.
Grant says, Chris, you can't milk bulls, just cows. Well, Grant, that's true. Luckily, that's something I have a lot of experience with, not bulls.
Kind of like that one really bad Bigfoot movie where the kid was milking the bull, not the cow.
I grew up, we milked 64 head of Holsteins. So I know about milking cows. Very proud to have been grown up on a farm and milked cows. Hated it every minute of it at the time, but you know what? Now that I look back at it, it wasn't that bad of a job. It wasn't that bad. I've done a lot worse since then. Oh,
Brian Barber says, I got a text. I'm at an airport. Come pick me up, and no idea who, and wrote them back. Good, because your wife and 3 kids are driving me insane and missing you. What gate are you at? Because they want you, Dad.
Oh, God. That's terrible. Brian, that's terrible.
Yeah. I think we've all gotten this crazy text. Now, I'm going to tell you a little funny story before we go to our break here in a little bit. We got 11 minutes. We're going to do a break tonight. Yeah. I need to refresh my soda. Okay. Maybe I need to refresh my bourbon because I'm having a good time tonight. It's actually got me kind of mellowed out.
Well, just don't get too mellow.
No, not at all. Not at all. I handle my stuff, Chris. I'm not.
I know.
I'm not like a particular podcast host.
I remember
who says there's no Bigfoot in LBL.
I remember a guest we had several years ago. Oh gosh, several years ago. That was pretty loose when they came on. I won't say if it's a he or she, but we ended up having to delete that episode. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Well, they were pretty loose.
Oh yeah,
and
that was in the Squatch Detective radio days.
Yes, it was. Jen, yes, I did check out Rufus the Bull, and I checked. There's a YouTube channel, Rufus the Bull, and he's a big old boy, but he does some funny things.
So anyway, what was I discombobulating about?
We were going to take a break.
No. I had a funny story, before we went to the. I had a funny story, but I kind of lost it in some of the babbling.
Train wreck.
Yeah, train wreck. I thought. Well, anyway, there is.
He needs a red light on that chair, don't he, Roy? Look like Darth Vader's chair. Yes, there you go.
There, that better?
Yeah.
Right. We've gone to red. So in thinking about a lot of this, I remember the funny story. So many years ago, when we were doing the scam baiting stuff, I'm not going to say the name I used, but I was portraying myself to be to one of the scammers who gave me one of those 419 emails saying, "Oh, we have this fund that you can use and all that fun stuff." What's the matter?
I think my internet just glitched, or yours did one. I don't know. You're frozen on my screen. Hope it's just me. No,
it's me. For whatever reason, the internet here just glitched out.
Okay.
And it says the connection is unstable yet. It's not.
Huh. Yeah.
I love how it shows the Wi-Fi. Now we're fine. Love how it shows the Wi-Fi and everything. But the funny thing is this computer is directly plugged into the modem.
Yeah.
It's gonna be unstable.
Yeah. StreamYard issue, I'm sure.
Yeah. So anyway, so I imitated that I was a priest in a Catholic church, and then, of course, I put him off to our nun, Sister Anita Cox. Just think of the name. Okay. And then, of course, passed him off to the church deacon, Stuart Pedasso, a.k.a. Stu Pedasso.
Okay.
You figure it out, right?
Okay.
I actually got the scammer to send me a picture of himself holding a sign up saying, "Please send money, Stu Pedasso." Which was the whole end game of what we were doing.
Oh, that's terrible.
Terribly funny because how
but
much
fitting,
time
yes.
We wasted a lot of his time.
Yeah. Stu Pedasso.
Yeah, stupid asshole. Please send money.
That's pretty good. Oh man,
my shtick. I was always stupid asshole. Yeah, and Stu did a lot of damage to that because I ended up getting their email address and their password, just wiping out their client list and their scam emails and all the saved media they had on. They had people's driver's licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that they would use to fake their own credentials. And that's part of what this website will do.
Yeah.
Is they will use these profiles, pictures, and stories and information to put into a fake profile to turn around and start acting badly towards other Facebook users.
Right. Oh, man.
And that's right, Ron. Every online service in the world blames your internet connection for their own connectivity issues. When in doubt, blame the customer.
Right. Yes.
That's true, Grant.
StreamYard will tell us.
Bill. Hey, Bill, finding the trackway is in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, we have nothing going on here, Grant. It's just a warm night. All right, Chris, let's take our break and let's get back here in a few minutes. Refreshed and retooled for the next round if I can find. They've changed everything on StreamYard. You notice how the interface is changing?
Yes, it's different now. Yes.
Whatever you do, do not hit that pink button because it sends you out of the room.
Oh, okay.
So don't hit that back arrow.
That's good to know.
Yeah. I found that out when I was after checking. What's this button do? All right, we'll be right back, folks. We're talking about the Bigfoot and Sightings Encounter group on Facebook and how it's a scam. We'll be right back.
Late night, cameras rolling. Just the facts, that's all we need. Two men on a mission, following the evidence. Yeah, no more tall tales, no more make-believe. Scientific method, that's what makes us believe. Truth hunters in the night, truth hunters. Truth hunters in the night, yeah. Won't stop until we find truth hunters in the night, truth hunters till we die. Equipment calibrated, every footprint analyzed. No room for speculation, just the data, just the signs. No more fairy tales, no more wasted time. Real investigation, that's our paradigm. Truth hunters in the night, truth hunters in the night. Won't stop until we find truth hunters in the night, truth hunters till we die. We're not here for fiction, not here for fantasy. Just pure dedication to what our eyes can see. Truth hunters in the night, truth hunters in the night, yeah. Won't stop until we find truth hunters in the night, truth hunters till we die. Truth hunters in the night, truth hunters.
Is Bigfoot real? or just one of the greatest mysteries of our time. Step into the world of Steve Kulls, the Squatch Detective. With over 400 pages of science-backed theory, Bigfoot, a scientific examination, is the definitive exploration of the Sasquatch phenomenon. Dig deeper with the Squatch Detective's Guide to Bigfoot Investigations, a must-read for serious researchers. Gain critical insight with the Psychology of Bigfoot, the guide to understanding Bigfoot witnesses and their claims. And then what would Sasquatch do? Volume 2, uncover what Bigfoot may have in common with its ancient primate ancestors. Explore the evidence. Challenge the claims. All books available now on Amazon.
And we are back here live on Squatch-D TV talking about the Bigfoot Encounters group on the Bigfoot Believers and Encounters group on Facebook. And I got to say, a very interesting thing happened that may explain kind of the little burp I had was we are having a thunderstorm.
Ah.
And I didn't hear it. I didn't know it. What told me we're having a thunderstorm is the minute I opened the office door to come back in here with my refilled beverages and my extra pack of cigarettes, the office assistant wanted to come in the office.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right. But he's not sitting in his chair. He is under the desk by my feet. He don't like thunderstorms at all. So.
Oh, yeah.
So right now he's my footrest.
They don't like loud noises. No.
He doesn't. The shepherd could care less. German Shepherd's like, So anyway, Chris, I see we have a number of questions in chat.
Yeah.
Let's go hit
them. I want to bring on, let's see, Kaiju Ninja says, Steve, have you debunked Bigfoot hoaxers in person? And if so, what's been the worst reaction response you've encountered from them? Good question.
The answer to that is yes, plenty of times. A lot of times there was admissions. Yeah, all right, you got me. Or yeah, you know, I was bored, or my brother and I were bored. That was the Interstate Video hoax.
Yeah.
Back in 2005, 2006. The worst reaction was a person like Rick Dyer who doubled down.
Yeah.
See them double down, and then they start throwing bullstein at you, throwing accusations and false accusations, and trying to break down your character per se. And that happens. I had a conversation last week with somebody about that as well, is that, you know, hey, you know, somebody said, yeah, well, last week's show when we talked about the Be Gay Find Cryptids account. Right. Why is that person wanting, don't you find that suspicious that this person outing Mike Patterson as being anonymous? No, not at all. Because of the retribution you get from some people. You know, you get attacked personally. You know, I have myself, the years of doing this, I have myself properly insulated against stuff like that. What you need to do consistently is social media insulate you. Do comments slip in? Yes. But do they ever get posted? Rarely. So that's how you deal with that. But yeah, there's been, I mean, Dyer made up a phony newspaper article about some guy in Australia that almost cost him his job. What about the Dyer slander on Lauren Coleman?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he's had his attempts to slander me as well.
That's the thing. And Rick Dyer is one of those guys that, like I was talking about the week before or last week, who will push their lies right to the edge of the cliff. They will keep digging in right till they're at the edge of the cliff.
Right.
But that's the people that I really enjoy to expose, because I'll go right with them to the edge of the cliff.
Yep. Now, here's an interesting thing. One of the, and I just got thinking about this last week, was one of the biggest lies told me about kind of a guy who is a hoax promoter was by Java Bob Schmalzbach, who, you know, started writing on the searchingforbigfoot.com blog at one time. Yeah. Is Steve Kulls really a private investigator? I don't think so, because I couldn't find his license online. Well, in New York State, you can only look up a private investigator by number only at the time. And you would have to have made a phone call to the New York Department of State to confirm a private investigator. And that's something to maintain their privacy.
Well, he confirmed he is not a private investigator because he would have known this.
So in his,
I can find no information. Well, okay. Well, you're stupid.
yeah. I know I knew that was gonna get Chris's ire up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that was one of the things they tried to lie about my promenades. By saying, I doubt Steve Kulls was ever a private investigator to begin with. Well, you're looking in the wrong place, brother. You're looking at the Department of State. You notice that they have security guards and registered nurses and LPNs and other people, but they don't have private investigators on that site.
Yeah. It's just one of the little tricks they use. Narcissists will use that to, they call it flying monkeys, like on the Wizard of Oz. You know, they'll send out these little things and try to create doubt and uncertainty about the character.
Well, like one says, they were trying everything, and one of the worst reactions is hoaxers who try to throw all the shit they can up against the wall to see what sticks.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on.
And
right,
let's see. Brian in the Trackway. Phil says, I always answer unknown numbers in a Russian accent. Scares the crap out of them.
This is Putin.
Just keep them on the line. Just keep them on the line. That hurts them worse than anything, because if you hang up and you think I got them, no. They're like, okay. It's got. Now I'm gonna get somebody else. And so they punch the phone for the next guy.
No, you know what I really like to do is, really? Telemarketers, scammers works all for all of them. Can you hang on for a second? Throw the phone down.
Exactly.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Leave it open. Let them hang up.
Yeah.
So they wait about 3 minutes and they forget.
Right. Hoping you'll come back. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wait, there's somebody at the door. Be right back. Yeah. Be right back. Somebody at the door. Or if you got a lot of time to kill, you could say, that's interesting. Tell me more. And just let them go through their whole spiel about how they're going to.
So let me, there was this Netflix documentary about this organization that claimed to represent police officers.
Yeah.
And they would meet with certain agencies, police agencies, and they would, and it almost made the police agencies and their PBAs kind of compliant to it, where they would do these calls trying to represent certain police agencies when they really don't. And I've gotten calls for that quite a bit. And usually they'll have somebody and they're out in New York and New Jersey.
Yep. So
they talk later. They talk with the New York accent. And, hey, Mr. Kulls, how you doing today? And they would talk like in very cop speak, like they're a law enforcement officer.
Right.
And they would, and it was total bullshit. Yep. That they would maybe give 2% or whatever they're making over to the agency. So if they made $1 million, they would give the agency maybe $20,000.
Right.
As long as they got the stamp of approval on it. So it's just that's another phone scam that goes on there. They try to claim, do you support police action in your neighborhood? Well, this is the fraternal order of sheriff's departments of the United States.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I only deal with the local PBA. Sorry, have a nice day.
I've gotten calls from those guys. I always tell them, I always support my local rescue squad in person.
Yep. I cut a check. I go down to the talk to the PBA rep. All right, what else we got, Chris?
Let's see. Jen says there's big solar stuff going on. Signals will be a mess probably. That's interesting. We got a solar, like a sunspot thing going on, maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked. Sun looked okay last time I saw it. And OT says Steve, they're probably selling licenses, passports, social security numbers. I know that they used to compromise websites and push ransomware, or you get a pop-up for tech support. Depends on where you are.
All possible, depending on
Yeah.
what information a person is willing to give up. Like they can't find my social security number on Facebook, and I won't give it out to them. But they might find somebody that's kind of a sucker to do that. So I don't know.
And thank you, Jan, for promoting the thumbs up button during the break. Appreciate that. Let's see.
Finding a trackway.
Sasquatch Secrets. Nikki says, honestly, Bigfoot Believers Group and Boise Bigfoot are really bad too.
They're really bad from an information standpoint or a confirmation bias standpoint. Call it what you will. But they are not run by scammers. And the site is run by scammers.
Yeah. I think that's all of them I ran that I marked.
So check out Finding the Trackways comment right there.
Hang on. Go ahead and bring it up, Steve, because I am scrolling. Here we go. Okay.
I got
what? I got grabbed by a gypsy in Milan. Asked if I was an American. I said, "Niet, I am Russian. Remove your hand or have it removed." Dude acted like he touched a hot stove. Oh no.
Mike Stetton brings up another great point, the Easy Pass scam. So for those who have gotten a text from Easy Pass saying that you owe X amount of dollars, click here, click there.
Yeah,
No,
hey, that happened to me. I got, and I'm like, dude, I'm in rural Kentucky. Come on.
There was a period of time I got those plenty of times, but I know I only deal with Easy Pass on the website because I have a login and everything. So it's like, what are they talking about?
Right. Exactly.
Oh, you've been, you have a charge for an Easy Pass. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I go over my Easy Pass account. There's no charges there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in New York State, they send you via mail. United States mail.
Yeah.
A bill. They do not call you. They do not text you. Or you can go online and see what it is.
Right.
Through your DMV account. I have a DMV account. I also have an Easy Pass account and all that fun stuff.
Well, I think there is one toll bridge here in Kentucky now, and that's the new one they put in at Louisville. And I am rarely.
Now, let me ask you.
Rarely Louisville.
Do they actually have toll booths?
No. They had the things where it gets your license plate. And then
now, there is a job that went way of the dodo, is the toll booth operator, where somebody actually took money for tolls and all that fun stuff. Imagine how arborous it is to go into a place where they charge us $1.25 or 25 cents or whatever.
Right.
You used to have to deal with change
right.
all the time.
Oh. Right. And it used to be in Kentucky we had the let's see, what was it? The Cumberland Parkway and the Bluegrass Parkway were both toll routes. And there's no telling how many, quarters I've tossed in that thing. But they finally, I guess they got it paid for. They took all the toll booths out. So finally, so change, save your change. It adds up to millions.
Just to show you what a bunch of liars New York State is, in 1997, the New York State Thruway was supposed to become the New York State Freeway.
Right.
But New York State reneged on that deal.
Making too much money.
And just like they were similarly, the same administration tried to renege on the Native American reservations not being able to owe sales tax. They were trying to renege on that too. Oh no, you owe us tax. No, we don't. That was part of our agreement back in the 1800s.
Oh man.
So never trust the New York State government. They go back on their sayings. My brother, here's another great story. My brother took a lower retirement rate because the offer was we can give you either this retirement rate or that retirement rate, but the lower retirement rate, if you take that, we will guarantee you will have free medical insurance. And then shortly before my brother passed away back in 2010, they wanted them to pay for part of the medical insurance. Well, wait a minute. That you go back to the 1980s. That's when we agreed to taking a lower retirement rate.
Right.
To this, and of course they tried to renege on that.
Oh man. Well,
so I don't mean this to be a bitch on New York State. New York State's another one. You know, New York State complains how education is underfunded, but the New York State lottery proceeds were supposed to go to education.
Yeah.
Instead, let's take a little out of this for that and a little out of that for this.
Lottery must be broke, huh? Yeah. Kentucky did the same thing. They got the lottery was allowed in the state because prior to that, Kentucky was like, no gambling. Gambling is illegal here. But they allowed the lottery because they said, oh, we're going to use the funds for education. And then, just a few years later, they're saying, oh, well, the schools need more money. Like, well, wait a minute. Where'd the money go from the lottery?
Yeah, lottery sales are up.
Yeah.
You know what it is that it's just it's horrible. I'm the kind of guy that's that's like, okay, I say this, I mean this.
Yeah.
Right. It's like if you're gonna say, hey, listen, on the 5th of November, I'm going to do this for you, and you do it on the 5th of November.
Oh man,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, that's what
these are easy. I mean, these are easy promises to keep. These are not. Okay, we don't tax the Native Americans. That's an easy promise. You just don't do it, right? Yeah. Oh, we're going to use the money for lotto for education. Easy promise. The money comes in, you use it for education. I don't see where if I don't get it.
Well, Grant Rosh asks question, says, Steve, is there a campsite for this expedition? Is it only one day, night? I've got to make reservations soon.
Okay.
Which
so
expedition? What are we talking about here?
So we are talking about the Squatch Detective Invitational Expedition, which always occurs the evening of the Whitehall Sasquatch Festival.
Okay.
That occurs on Saturday. Now, if you want to come in on Friday, that is fine. It's a first come, first served primitive camping area. Because it's late in the season and after Labor Day, you will there are no ways of making reservations there. It's like I said, it's first come, first serve. I will closer to the event, which we're getting close. So come September 1st, I will make the announcement of, to email me at my email address, and I will create an email list. And from there, I will let folks know where to go. It's free. Primitive camping is free. They do have an outhouse on site, although I cannot guarantee that you will not be bothered by spiders or anything else in that little visit to the outhouse, or Bigfoot for that matter. I will obtain the permit, which is completely free to obtain through the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. And from there, you can stay Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leave Monday morning if you choose to do so, or you can leave sometime Sunday. That's fine as well. So I hope that answers your question.
Good deal.
That's true. We're strange howling animals.
Oh, yeah.
By the outhouse by spiders or strange howling animals. Absolutely. Because there's always seems to be some kind of activity around that outhouse. I don't know why, but particular parts of the night. So
terrible. I don't mind spiders. I don't really like snakes in the outhouse, but I could deal with them. Don't really like that kind of stuff. Spiders and snakes, especially when you go to the restroom, you're vulnerable. That's kind of like when you're in the shower, you feel vulnerable.
So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stay up there because I live only like 40 minutes away. I live literally 20 miles from that area. So I will be there, but I'm off Friday, so I will be up Friday evening to say hello to everybody and maybe play a little bit. And we'll do the same thing on Saturday after the Whitehall Festival and after dinner, which we usually have dinner at the Railway in Whitehall, New York. And from there, we will. Sunday is kind of Sunday. You probably won't see me because I'm in full recovery mode. But Sunday, usually everybody goes home at some point.
Grant says he'll be up Friday night. He'll be up there Friday during the day and have to come back Sunday night.
Yep.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Good weekend.
Well, I'll make sure I'll give everybody my phone number too, so you give me a jingle on Friday. It's gonna be a great time. So we're gonna do a lot of filming and we're gonna do a lot of research. And
don't message Steve on Facebook and ask for his phone number.
Well, if I know you, that's different.
What's your phone number? Oh, I'm not telling you. Why are you coming to
8675309? Anyway,
are you coming to the event? What event? Oh, never mind then. Yeah. Oh man.
You got that, everybody? 8675309.
Yeah. Jenny. Oh yes.
But yeah. So I think we're going to cut out at 10:30 tonight, Chris. It's a warm night here in the office.
Yeah.
And since the thunder has stopped the offices and has relocated to his chair, and he is looking at me like, what am I talking about?
Well, the red lighting makes it look hot too. It looks like you're in a lot of heat, you know.
No, actually, I'm quite cool right now. You can't hear it because the microphone,
right,
has a wonderful noise canceling system. So I actually have a fan going on off to the side, so it's hitting me with some air. But if I was running all the lights in here, it'd be about 10 degrees hotter.
Yeah, I can imagine. And Mick says if you're hearing howling and screaming coming from the outhouse, it might be due to campers eating Nashville hot chicken for supper.
Truth that. Yeah. So
I had some of that. That's not that hot. Come on, Mick. It's not that hot.
Well, I have been going to the Railway for God knows as long after the event. For God knows how long I've been doing this event, and it's never affected me at all during expeditions afterwards. If there was a Taco Bell in town, there might be a different story.
Well, yeah, that's different. Yeah, Taco Bell is can be irritating, but usually chicken's not. And I love spicy chicken, man. Oh, I love it. We'll do sometimes we'll do hot wings in a pressure cooker, and then we'll take them out of the pressure cooker and put them in the oven and bake them for a few minutes after they're already cooked. We just put them in the oven to kind of dry them up a little bit.
Nick says, Bill, Finding a Trackway says, probably will miss Hocking Hill has been taking care of mom since her heart attack in 555 as well.
Oh,
our prayers go out to your mom, obviously. And if you need anything from us, give us a holler, please.
Hope she gets better soon. That bypass is no joke to recover from.
She'll be in our prayers.
It's an ordeal going through it. And then after you're done, you got about 6 months before your chest grows back together. So, hang in there, Mom. We're rooting for you.
And Chris would know that.
Oh, yes. I speak from experience.
But again, our prayers to your mom.
Yes. Hope she gets well soon.
So anyway, we will be doing a show this Wednesday night, I'm sure. It was just a very stressful week for Steve-O this week, working late, getting back, and just irritated until really Friday night. And then after the show went on, showtime, I was very frustrated Friday. And then I happened to check my email Friday at around 10:30 p.m. at night and went, holy crap. So there's a lot of good stuff coming our way. That's all I got to say about that. Of course, again, recapping, we've had the Small Town Monsters. We've had the Small Town Monsters show, law enforcement. Let me get the official title of that.
And The Truth is Out There episode is already aired on History Channel. So hopefully now that it's already aired live, I'll be able to catch it on the streaming version.
I can't. I'm trying to find it still. I can't find it.
Yeah.
So
that's the only bad thing I got to say about streaming, rather than, if you cut the cable and you go with streaming, you have to wait for something new to come out. You don't get to see it live,
Yeah, the episode is called "The Law Hunts Bigfoot." So that'll be me and Mike Ann, private investigator and a law enforcement officer, talking about the Bigfoot mystery in Vermont, the Whitehall area, New York, all that fun stuff. And yes, I was a little amped up there. Somebody had made a comment on their channel that, oh, he's Hyperman. Well, maybe, but it's amazing. I was actually standing, considering I'd only gotten 2.5 hours of sleep.
Well, we know it wasn't from illegal substances, Steve. I mean, everybody that knows you knows that.
No, but it wasn't even that. It was like, oh, he was interrupting. Yeah, I was interrupting because I was so tired. My thoughts were just coming out of my mouth. And I had to kind of whoa back on that a little bit. And that happens when you're not on your game. Tonight I've been very much on my game, so I've been a little more slower and a little more.
The Red Bull was talking earlier.
No, probably about 3 monsters, a couple of energy coffees, and probably
yes.
I was so. I mean, literally, I went to bed at 4:30, and the alarm went off at 6 or 6:30.
Yeah, there used to be. I think Monster has like a mango drink, and I got those for Sandy because she loves mangoes, and she started drinking those things, and she really enjoyed them. And finally, she said, "Try it, try a sip." So I tried a sip of hers. Oh my God, this stuff is horrible. It's bitter. Ugh.
No, I enjoy it, but you know what? The amazing thing is that Sandy likes mowing the lawn. And, that day she drank those, usually she mowed 45 minutes. She got it done in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, lawnmower flying around the corners.
That's why I like drinking. In fact, you know what? Now I think about it, I have an energy coffee drink sitting in my refrigerator. I forgot to bring it out because the wife brought home bourbon. And I was like, I want the bourbon. But yeah.
Well, thank you for supporting our bluegrass economy, Steve. I appreciate that.
Well, I either drink with my good friend Jim Beam or my friend Evan Williams. Tonight I'm drinking with Evan. So
okay,
it's fine. Bourbon.
We do not condone alcohol consumption.
We don't,
unless you're a consenting adult.
That's true. 21 and over only, please. And if you're driving, please make sure you drive responsibly.
Yes. Before.
So there's our disclaimers, damn it.
Yeah. Before you drink.
Right.
Oh, man.
Good Lord. Now as usual, it's about a half hour to our usual ending of the show, and our discussion has digressed.
Yeah, well, we need to get out of here anyway. That's all we needed to cover anyway, and I don't want to spend any more time talking about these scumbags.
Oh, yes.
If you're sorry, I just really dislike people that try to scam others.
And the last couple of weeks has taught me something about Chris. He's getting very angry at these people that are trying to deceive us.
Yes, I don't like that.
And people who try to make big
When you prey on the innocent, you should be strung out to dry.
And the elderly and the people that don't know any better and the people that are less intelligent and the people that aren't informed and it just goes on and on and on. And the amount of elderly people that get attacked by these types of scammers on Facebook. And guess what? Remember Facebook? No, he's not, Timberline. Marco is not here tonight. I don't think we'll be seeing him anytime soon. But that was like somebody made a point. Yeah, Marco Polo, MP, Mike Patterson. Like, oh yeah, that does kind of make sense. I had so much stuff going on in around me at the time, and dealing with this guy and looking at what he was saying. I didn't really have time to analyze that. So that was quite
But
an episode.
we don't enjoy people trying to scam others. I don't
No.
like that.
No. And
But,
you know, the amazing thing, you got to remember, people that went on Facebook. Facebook is now almost 20 years old. It's getting
right, right.
so people that were in their 40s, 30s. I mean, I was in my 30s, and now I'm 56 years old. And yeah, I mean, if somebody was 10 years older than me that got on Facebook, they're now going over their retirement age, and you know, they may not be as sharp or up on things as, I mean, I am going to try my damnedest that in my golden years, I am going to keep up with technology, that I'm going to keep up with things. I don't feel my age. I don't look my age. Certainly don't act my age. So I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. So.
Oh, wow. That's good. I feel my age.
I didn't say anything about not feeling my age. I do feel my age.
I
but
feel much older.
I feel my age, true.
Oh, man. But yeah, if you guys remember this group, you know, watch out. And if you're thinking about joining the group, watch out, because they're all fakes. Every one of them. Everybody running that group is a fraud. Every one.
Jay Fritz is in the house. Better late than never.
Good to see you, Jay.
Boris Kahn asked the question.
Boris said, can we discuss Thinker Thunker's Bigfoot butt babies soon?
I have
no
idea what he's talking about, but now I'm going to have to look it up and find out.
We'll have to check that out. Butt babies. I assume it's going to be a picture of a Bigfoot with a baby on its back, maybe. Purported to be. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, God. Bigfoot butt babies.
Butt babies. That's
pretty good. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you. And I don't know if there might be some new names in chat. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And
make sure on your way out to hit that thumbs up.
Yes, we need that. Anything to assist us in our battle against the YouTube algorithm.
Leave a comment too. Say hello. If it doesn't post immediately, that's okay. We moderate posts here.
If you like the show, you know, leave a comment. If you don't like the show, leave a comment. Say, you know, Chris sounds like a hillbilly. I don't care.
Oh, usually they attack me, the hyper man.
Chris sounds like a hillbilly. I said, well, that's because I am. We appreciate you guys. We know this is only possible because of you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate you. And folks, all I got to say is that it's been a really difficult year and 5 months since my auto accident. A lot of folks don't know I was out of work for 7 months. But things just got a lot better. And things on this channel are going to get a lot hotter. I can't stress that Project Forest Stalker is going to move forward. You guys seeing me out in the public is going to be more often now. The hot summer months, what I like about these shows on hot summer months is that I don't usually go in the woods in hot summer months. It's too buggy. It's too uncomfortable. There's too many things that can bite you and you know, and carry disease and infection. But I am so stoked for this spring, this fall now. Ooh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of videotaping. There's going to be a lot of analysis. And thank you, Jay.
Jay Fritz gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Jay.
And we will put some of the raw video and the vlogs up as we start rolling this out in another month or two. September will be the rollout month, I think, when we're going to start doing this. You're going to see some vlogs on the members area, and some driver slide chats on the area. Like I said, we got the new GoPro, which shoots in 4K. We have the mount on the dashboard for the camera, which can shoot either front or back or at me to talk, and out front to see what we're seeing. It's going to be a marvelous, fun adventure. And I look forward to meeting all the new people out there that I'll be meeting in my travel. And it's just going to be an amazing time. And I would love to come to the West. I don't know if that's possible for next year, but you never know. I'm not leaving anything off the table at this point. So, and I appreciate the invite, and I definitely will put in the book, because yes, a West Coast trip. Once again, Squatch Detective has not been on the West Coast in some time.
Wouldn't it be cool to get out to British Columbia and try to retrace the steps that Albert Osman took?
No.
Because you think it's fake. Yes. I guess.
No. I if I'm going out west, I would love to go to Bluff Creek, Willow Creek.
Yeah.
And stop up and see Cliff at the museum.
Yeah.
Because we do know that the museum that what's his name had recently closed. Mike Rugg recently closed because Mike retired. Yeah. And and so it's going to be a fun time. Where we travel, I don't know yet. A lot of things, a lot of wheels have yet to be put in motion that will start to be put in motion. So but first, I have to cover the chaos that has been my life for the last year and a half. And once that's done, which I don't expect it to last very long before we get everything under control, but there's a few things I need to do on a personal level and at a home level before I can progress into the next thing. And I hope to get that done within the next 6 to 8 weeks. So that puts us right into September. So anyway, again, thank you everybody for being here. We appreciate your support. We love you guys. We have the best audience in the world. I love each and every one of you. If I could visit each and every one of you, I would do it in a heartbeat. But know this, that you're going to find only the truth here on this channel and only honest Bigfoot research. And we're here to bring you the 100% truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We love you guys. We'll see you all here Wednesday night, right here at Squatch-D TV, youtube.com/@Squatch-D TV is the URL. You can visit us also, Squatchdetective.com, where we have the #1 rated blog by FeedSpot. And we have a great Squatch Detective university. We have an audio archive of sounds. And you got to check out the Red Fox sounds I have. They're great. And Chris, we played a little joke on a hoaxer too. Remember that? And we are going to, and we're almost at the 1 year mark of that coming up, just a few months away. And when it hits 1 year, then we're going to release that joke we played on the hoaxer to all. And folks, love you guys again. We'll see you all Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Be good, be safe. God bless. And of course, keep on squatching. Love you guys.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member. And it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.